Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Somebody's Heroes. We've got a brand new character being introduced today. Um, I'm Eric of the Dungeon Master. In the year roughly 3,000 of the former reckoning, so 3,000 years before the meteors fell, 5,000 years before the fall of Taliva. Our vignette today begins in the plane of shadow as we see these very tall 20 some foot, very lanky walking shadows gathering around, and they look at one of their own. And Kelly, go ahead and describe your character as they live on the Shadowfell.
Absolutely. Well, some call it the Shadowfell. Some call it the negative plane. Some might refer to it as the void. Though you described visually these very concrete creatures with boundaries and borders, the creatures that exist here and can thrive here melt into shadow with every step that they take. It's not so solid. We are aware of each other. We know we have community. But we're all serving some purpose here that isn't quite realized until we explore somewhere new. So we stand here and we wait. And though he seems tall and somewhat shapeless, they almost reek of the darker expanses of the cosmos. Shadow but smoke. A body made of smoke. Stars traveling through a body, but not in any chaotic sort of way that people often speak of when they think of these foreign spaces. Moving in uniformity throughout a body, a life force, something being driven into potentially a new adventure, we'll see. But I think perhaps my brethren are gathering around me because it might be my turn today.
And the first thing right before, as this community starts to send you the vibe and the positivity of one, you'll be chosen soon. Day and night is impossible to tell in a plane such as this, but you do understand the concept of time, and days are relative. So today, maybe your day could be anywhere to 1,000 years on the material plane for those
blink of an eye.
Reference. Exactly. And you, because you are a resident here, you have the ability to detect the various entities that actually do reside here with greater detail. You can tell their form, because for you, they have more form than for the outside observer. One of your kin, for lack of a better term, shrinks in on themselves, and through a pinhole of light, get transported out, and in their place is a silvery worm-like creature that extends 10-15 feet, large frills with spikes at the ends, and golden hair-like protrusions coming out of its head as it looks around. I made it.
What an interesting trade.
And it just slithers off into the abyss to explore this new realm of its own. Make for me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. I'm beefy. Hold on. That's a 23.
23.
Yes.
All right. So you're not going to feel a thing.
Mm-hmm.
But you do feel that shrink as you just compress down. Your form gets a little bit more, not rigid, but cohesive.
Yes.
And you begin to feel as your body doesn't shrink into a pinpoint like the other one.
Mm-hmm.
A gate opens up at your feet, and it just pulls you straight through the gate. And we will see what's on the other side here in just a moment. On the other side, before this happens, we're going to back up a few minutes in material plane time. Because we have no idea how long it took on the other side. But on this side, in a perfectly constructed dome-like shape room, probably 300 foot in radius. So this is a huge sanctum. There is a 50-foot tall gate that was constructed. 8 mages centered around it, with one right smack dab in the middle, all wearing a various different colored cloaks, determining their school based on their school of expertise for magic. And sitting behind them, on his throne, we see the High Mage Enondir. Enondir, go ahead and instruct your servants on what to do, for all mages serve the High Mage.
I think that Enondir has probably had this all mapped out and planned out to the T, and more than anything, he is watching for the mistakes in their movements, and not one of them venture to make like eye contact or anything like that. They are just focused primarily on doing it correctly, lest Enondir steps in for them. And so he is eyeing up the mages who are putting their energy into this gate at the moment, standing from his throne, as he watches to see what happens.
All of them rolled above a 10 before their modifiers. These are all 20th level mages that are working for you. And so just imagine their Arcana modifiers on what that would look like. So they've all got over a dirty 20 as they're just pumping all their magic straight into this. And your necromancer is the one who's taking point in front of the gate, positioned direct. Black cloak, silver skull on his back as he's just channeling this putrid green and purple energy straight in as he's attempting to cast the equivalent of an 11th level spell.
Damn.
He doesn't know what it's gonna do. He's following your directions. But this high level magic is hard. And the portal begins to actually cohese into a shadow-like a shadow-like veil. Go ahead and roll an Arcana check for me.
Am I using my current stats?
Just use your current stats for the moment.
Okay. A 27.
Ho. Nice. All right, so with that 27, you check your notes. It shouldn't be black. Something about this is incorrect. Whether it's the person casting the spell itself. Something about your arrangement of the people in here is not quite right. But it's working.
It is not the way that he intended for it to be or planned for it to be. So, stop. One of you. Someone ruined it.
And all of them stop. But it's too late as that portal... Darkness begins to fill the lower half of this sanctum. As your necromancer gets pulled into the gate and out emerges. Kelly, go ahead and describe your character as they emerge on the material plane with 90% cohesion.
Absolutely. The interesting thing about how they emerge from the gate, we described it as somewhat of a veil. And much like a veil, it rustles in the wind and seemingly opens as though someone is stepping through it, but there's no one quite there yet. But after a moment or two, what you see on the ground are two deftly swirling pools of smoke that are seemingly weaving form up from the feet, up through the legs, up through the torso. This being is impossibly tall. Up through the arms and out it extends, up to a slender head with horns curving back, again, seemingly made of the night sky and the smoke in between. And you can still see the coursing stars throughout their body, but there's a rhythm to them. Again, this is not chaos. This is order. And you see two of them from either side of the body as they reach the length of the hands outstretched in the palm. They cycle back in through the forearm, through the bicep, up through the throat, to where seemingly eye sockets should be. And they alight in a soft glow reminiscent of, when children are playing in like a play tent, and you can see their flashlights from the other side of the canvas, and it's so bright and warm, but this is not that. They are diffused through the inky blackness of this smoke, and the body grays, and the smoke settles into harder outlines to materialize in front of these people that surely have all gathered for him, right? What is the reaction in the room?
They're having to make, if I'm not mistaken, does your stat block have like a frightening presence? It does, correct?
Well,
in your native state.
So my traits, I have what is called an annihilating aura, but that's when we're in turn order. That's not. We're not necessarily in combat yet.
I'm looking for like a frightening presence type of.
It's like
type of
it's
thing.
Something like this, yes.
Perfect.
Yes.
So it won't do damage because you're not intending to.
Yeah, I'm not intending to hurt anyone yet.
What save is it?
A DC 21 Constitution saving throw.
Constitution.
Yes.
Okay. There are 8 spellcasters in the room.
I want to reiterate, I'm not trying to hurt
anyone. No. This is against being frightened, is what I'm doing. I'm doing it based off of frightens.
So fair.
3 or 4 of them. 3 of these. I'm going to say 3. 3 of these mages.
Okay. Yes.
Drop what they had already stopped what they were doing because they had just been instructed by their high mage to do so. However, these 3 head straight for the exit and haul ass.
Oh. Was it something I said? They are addressing the room and trying to figure out what has happened here.
The others are speechless and confused and trying to figure it out too.
Yes.
I think as Maethorian, Anondir, is kind of taking in what he's seeing, and he's just like, how terrifyingly perfect. And I do have to ask above table, what are the chances of Anondir having knowledge of beings like this?
Go ahead and roll for me an Arcana check.
I was hoping you would say that. So that's a 28.
Whoa.
And he still hasn't rolled a nat 20, and I love it.
Yeah, I rolled a 15.
A 15 to get a 28.
That's crazy.
I love it. I fucking love it. Okay, so on that 28, you are familiar with most of the inner planes, of which is fire, water, air, earth, fey, and shadow. So this would be something you are familiar with. These specific entities are formless to material beings when they're in the shadow plane. So they would not have been one you could have traditionally seen or gathered. But you, based on the shadow that came in, you accessed into the shadow plane, which also means that it was the reason your gate failed to go where you wanted it to is because a necromancer was the one at the head.
I thought that's where you were going with it. Okay.
Because someone
Cool.
attenuated to shadow and darkness, and the whole death cycle was there. That's why it went there instead of where you had agreed for it to go and planned for it to go.
Okay. I think Mathorian is lifting his hand to, like, towards his mages, tell him to, like, calm down, okay?
Oh, they're
Relax.
all firing. They're all beginning to start firing up. Like, you can see crackles of arcane magic, just in case your orders were to take it out. So
yeah, that handout, they're like, okay, we should stop.
Oh yeah, as soon as you do that they drop the magic.
James
And
is just looking at them quizzically, inquisitively as they are preparing to do this. Like, what's the point here? Does not say that out loud, but it's just looking at them like the mortal beings that they are.
My necromancer. Where is he?
Oh. Well, there's been a trade. Didn't you see? It's
I
my
did.
turn now.
And will he be able to return?
Few do. But he won't, especially if I'm here.
It's a pity. He
You
was
can
the most
always get a
powerful in
new
the
one.
realm. The highest tier necromancer in the realm.
There's gotta be another one, right? Surely. We can train a new one.
We.
Well, I mean, before I was an I. Well, I was a we back there. Now I'm an I. But now I have company. So I'm back to being a we? Who are you?
First, who are you?
Oh. They stop and think for a second. Kind of. Even though expression is hard to read because, again, there are these, like, roiling plumes of condensed smoke that make up this creature's smoke and stars. And if you could read it, there's a slight semblance of glee at having to have a title to be here, to pluck one out of the air, because they haven't really had to have one before. I think I'm James. Does that sound right? It sounds right to me.
James is
Yes.
a name, indeed.
What is your name?
I am a Nondir.
Anandir. That sounds like a strong name.
It was the name given to me.
You could pick one if you wanted to.
My name serves its purpose.
As does mine.
Indeed. I think that I keep wanting to fucking say Mathorian. I think that he is like both wary and a little bit I keep wanting to say gleeful, but that's not the word that I'm looking for. Curious and excited. Because this is the first successful attempt, you know? So, fascinated.
Are you a ruler of some kind, or?
You could say that.
Interesting. Do you like the power?
I am indifferent to the power.
You know what? I quite like that. Makes you more trustworthy.
Interesting. How so?
Well, if you're indifferent to the power, then you will make more impartial decisions, more balanced decisions. And I believe those to be the best kind.
Impartial and balanced.
Yes.
I think that we are in some form of agreement about that.
I think so too. And you can see, again, with these cosmic, almost like a muted lighthouse set of eyes, you feel yourself being appraised, being weighed and measured.
Go ahead and give an insight check.
Sure.
To see how well you do on that appraisal.
Okay. The shame of it is, I've got to use my current Nightwalker stats and not my my other sheet yet. So it's not. If I were the other one, it would be good. I swear. Oh, but it's okay. I still got a 16. It could be worse.
It could be. Okay. So, you can tell that Anandir has very much a very, very strong sense that he is in charge, so power does not matter to him in any kind of form.
Yeah.
He seems to, because of how quickly his people responded to him and how they stayed their hand and everything you've seen so far, he does seem to be a very solid ruler for this, at the very least, this room that you're in.
has
ruler of
command
this little
of this
dome
room.
here.
Yes.
Yeah.
He is at least a ruler of this dome.
I don't judge anyone by the size of their kingdom. So, how did you earn their allegiance? And kind of gestures long, tenderly fingers out towards the magic users gathered. Talking about them as if they are not there. Because right now, James only has some modicum of respect for you. And has not felt that these people here have earned it yet.
I earned that through my own merit.
In law, in war, in morality. Which one?
Trying to decide
Take your
what he
time.
would say right
Think about
here.
it.
Yeah, okay. In my studies and in my practices, I've earned this merit through power. Power of which I am, as I said, indifferent to.
Interesting. I'm not much of a scholar yet myself, but I could be. Who knows? The potential is endless.
Indeed.
What do you do here? What's the plan? You, people, little people, what's the plan?
I think as they are pointing out at everyone else,
Yeah.
we'll look to them to see what they say.
Okay. Your transmutation archmage drops their hood. They're a dragonborn with green scales. So they're a green dragonborn. The goal is whatever he says it is. The High Mage has bested each of us and has earned his top seat.
High Mage? You didn't tell me that part.
Well, it is a title that is given.
Fair enough. But do you not align with him? And referencing the young dragonborn again. Do you not align with the merits and values of the High Mage? You would do it blindly. Follow.
I follow because I have been beaten.
That's a good answer. And a fair trade.
Might makes right.
I suppose it does for some.
It's not our slogan. That's not what we say here.
It's not your slogan. You could workshop it.
No.
Do you have a slogan?
We don't have a slogan.
No, you don't. I mean, we could spitball some ideas. I mean,
no, it's okay. That's
but I'm willing.
What he just said was an absurd thing. That was an absurd thing to say.
Okay, might is right. Scratch it off the board. It's not even there anymore.
And at that, his neck is snapped as the psionic, the psychic archmage does a synaptic static and kills him for you.
Oh, hold on. And you feel as tall as James is, you feel him move. In the blink of an eye, bent torso down on the ground, hands in front of him, face level to this psionic sorcerer, you said? That just incurred this blow?
The one who died?
Yes. No, the one who killed him.
The one who cast the spell. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
What made you think you have the right? Did you earn that? Did you ask your High Mage, who has power over you, whose lead you're supposed to follow? That's how it works.
Well, he had thoughts that were straying far too far from loyalty.
High Mage, would you have killed him?
That depends. I had not had my chance to speak with him yet.
And you can see, as this conversation is happening, a large, severely curved hand that, though it is made of these tendrils, somehow also conveys fine, sharp points. You can see that it's curved around, just on the outskirts of this person, just barely. And you know, if you had said that you would not have killed him, this person would have been crushed in an instant. But because you are not speaking with certainty, and James does not want to disrupt the ecosystem of order that you've established, the fingers slowly curl back into a closed fist, and he retreats while still keeping an eye on that one. So, where do I go from here?
What do you intend to do?
To tell you the truth, I don't know. And it quickly snaps out of it. I could really do anything I want. I am powerful and excited to be here. The world is my oyster. I've never met an oyster, but for some reason that saying is in here somewhere. What do you like to do? I know you have power. I know you've earned it through merit. But what drives you other than being the best one here?
My power has a means to an end.
And what's
that
the
end is for my people.
Oh, how chivalrous. Are they good to you, your people?
If I need them to be.
Ah.
Yes.
Okay. So would you suggest that I seek out power? What do you think I would be suited for? Holds his arms out wide. What do you think? I don't really know what my options are yet.
Why are the notions that I can give you so important to you right now?
Because you're my first friend, can't you tell?
Indeed. Friends.
Yes. And I need someone to talk to. I had many of my kin on the other side, and I talked to them all the time, and now I don't have anyone. Except you.
What would you
and these
what would you
people.
talk to your kin about? Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Please.
Oh, no, you're totally fine. What would I talk to my kin about? I talked about what it would be like here. And we often talked about the people that very foolishly decided to enter our realm. They're quite interesting. They bring back stories, though they can't carry them for very long. You go a little mad up there, if you're not native to that plane. So it's interesting to learn someone's story and then watch them fall apart. It's like reading a book and you get to chapter 9 or 10 and then 11 is missing a couple pages and 12 gets a bit fuzzier. 13 is missing some text. And so for the first time, after reading all these half-written books in my plane, I finally get to come here and read my own. I just don't know what all of my options are yet.
Well, the world is your oyster.
Yes, it is. Is that my slogan? I hope not. I need to workshop that. That is not good for me. You can't put that on a banner.
People have been saying that for generations.
I understand. You know, some of those sayings, they kind of seep in through the cracks in the planes, and not all of them are wanted. And I'm not saying it's a bad saying. I just don't think it matches what I'm going for. You see, it's not really a good fit.
It does what it's supposed to. Yeah.
It does. I will think of something, though. Something snappier, bit more fun. Okay.
I hope so.
Well, it was a pleasure meeting you. And extends out again a very, very large hand.
Aethorian does extend his hand out as well. And where do you plan to go?
That's a great question. Probably, if I had to make a guess, I will step forth from this place, see something I find interesting, and walk in that direction, and see where that takes me.
In what direction is Artemir's at this time? Greatest enemy.
Oh, That's fun. over on the main continent.
Just a kingdom decimated.
in a region known as the Zephyr Plains. There's a kingdom by the name of Elator that has Aasimar guiding and counseling the people there, and they don't die unless you kill them.
And
so they are stuck in the past and in their old ways. They have not set up a system that moves them forward in any way, whereas you are moving forward in a direction.
Yeah. So, a little chaotic. I feel like I'm picking up on the order thing here. And what cardinal direction would you say that is?
Southeast.
Do you want to draw me a map? Okay. I'll follow it.
And I think that with his mind, he points in the direction of that kingdom southeast, and he says, "May I suggest venturing in that direction?"
Oh. For what? What's the reason? What's the drive?
Quite the journey.
Do I have a goal?
No, not at all.
Not at all.
A sea, a continent, a people, completely different from my own. So much to witness.
I think the way you say so much to witness, if James could, there's an arched eyebrow in there somewhere broiling in that smoke, because the tone, something is not being said, but he's willing to let that be a surprise because they think it will be fun. Well, I have my heading. It's very exciting. May I call on you again, friend?
Please. You can visit any time.
Incredible. I love having friends. You know, we all live over there together, and it's a community, and it's fine. But we don't really choose each other, you know what I mean? This is the first time I've ever chosen a friend.
Of course.
So.
And you were the exchange for my mage.
I feel listen. I know it's like an equivalent thing, and we balance each other out, but clearly, come on, just gestures at his own self, like, I feel like it has to be an upgrade, right?
Yes.
I would say
he
yes.
He was ambitionless, and...
no drive.
Yeah, no drive.
No drive.
I see the complete opposite in you.
Oh, I'm very driven. Okay. I have a friend. I have a heading. And I think I'm off. And as he saunters out of this dome, he stops to just because he thinks it's fun. He pretends to kind of like egg on some of the mages gathered just to make them jump.
They just start running.
Some of them do go, especially because they saw what you almost did with the wand by crushing him.
Yeah. And as he walks out, he just calls back, "Oh, I can see why you keep them. They're so fun. They're so fun." And you just hear him laughing to himself as he makes his exit with a fun new destination on the mind.
And what thoughts are going through James's head as he begins this brand new adventure?
I think he feels that he's already learned so much in a very short frame of time since arriving. And so he feels this almost a gluttony for what he will happen across next and what he gets to learn next, and those tools that he can acquire through learning that help him acquire power, that help him carve out a path made for him and him alone. So it's just this overwhelming eagerness to take the reins over his new existence here and to steadily make a path that he will not waver from.
Fantastic. And back in the dome, the other mages left shortly after, leaving Anandir by himself, sitting on his throne with like that waist-high shadow still permeating this dome, half library, half arcane performance space. What's going through their mind as the ritual didn't go the way it was supposed to go? It's this shadow entity that didn't even touch your ceiling, but was giant, came out, you lost the mage, the whole thing that just happened. What's going through their mind?
Intrigue. I think as he's sitting there, I imagine him do like the fucking fist to the chin, lean back, just thinking about what he could do differently. And he thinks about the things that they said and how they replaced the necromancer in the center. And shortly after they left, he is fixed on, once again, the solution to his issue, to his problem. He says to himself, an equivalent exchange for the plains. I will put myself at the center from now on. And with the intention of exploring the next plane he plans to open. We know what that is, so.
And in your head, as you're thinking these thoughts, you hear a familiar voice. Now, I know you did not just break our contract.
Whatever do you mean?
Well, we had agreed that the first was coming to me. And you failed to do so. I gave you the means by which to perform high-level magic beyond mere mortals, and you still chose the shadows over me.
You did not give me an instruction manual. You gave me the means, and it's not my fault that I am left with nothing but imbeciles and ambitionless buffoons to do my bidding.
Well, as the gracious patron that I am, I will do this. If you do it, you have a closer tie to me, and therefore, if you are at the center, it will work. You have 7 days to replace what you've lost and open this gate, or you and your soul are forfeit as per the contract.
Yes, as per our contract.
Now, let me just clean up this shadow mess. And you just see this shadow dissolve into the ground.